What up, fellas? I already see Casper's in here. What's going on, dude? I know you didn't short the bottom. I know you didn't do it. I know you didn't do that, dude. You're too good for that. I know you're lying right now. Shout out to Casper, though. Came in with a fat super chat. Go check out my guy, Casper, right away. Right away. Go, don't even watch the stream. Just go check out Casper, man. Great guy. And he has chickens, which is I want to have chickens someday, but I don't have chickens yet because I don't live where I can have damn freaking chickens, bro. Anyways, besides me wanting some chickens, which who doesn't want chickens, bro? Imagine just having like chickens in your backyard and you can just get eggs whenever you want. And maybe they have like little duckling babies and you can eat them. I know it's kind of messed up, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe once they get to that point, you don't want to eat them because like they're part of your family, you know what I mean? Anyways, Fahid, what's up, bro? Anderson, what up, man? Let's freaking go, man. Dude, I'm excited. And you know, we talked about this yesterday on this little swing failure pattern and how we're repeating last year to an absolute T. We continue to follow this, and it is absolutely awesome. It's absolutely awesome. We're going to talk about that today, and you know what we can expect over the next couple days. Maybe a little chop in the next couple of days before we get Trump coming into office, which is in about 5 days now, right? He's coming into office on the 20th, 5 days into the Trump inauguration. Could we see some chop until then, right? It's probably going to depend on CPI tomorrow, but, you know, we'll talk about that. And, you know, XRP continuing to rise. And why I think XRP itself, like it did last year, or not last year, I guess technically last year, because it is the new year, how XRP pumped. And that caused all these other utility altcoins to pump. You know, Cardano, HBAR, Curve, Chainlink, Crow, all these utility coins pumped when XRP started to rise. And it looks like it's going for round 2 again. So let's get it, man. If you like the stream, smash the likes. And as always, we're going to have some fun today. And I think there's a lot of fun times to come in this market over the next few months. If you believe in the 4-year cycles. If you don't believe in the 4-year cycles, well, tell me to F off and, you know, go watch Savvy or something. Now, Savvy's probably making some doom porn for you right now. He's probably cooking it up. He's probably got the damn editing software cooking up some doom porn for you. Okay? I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube, but it's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, we'll talk about all that stuff today and our favorite fractal, you know, following, you know, really exactly what we did in 2023. I guess actually in 2024. And we'll look at all our favorite altcoins and all that favorite stuff. All right. I don't know if I can say that word on here. I think that's kind of inappropriate for this platform. They're going to think I'm starting an OnlyFans on here, which maybe some of you guys want to see my tits. I don't know. Anyways.
Jordan! Casper is right. I showed at the bottom too. I watched his stream and I showed at the bottom. 50x. My God, man. What am I going to do now? I am done for this bull run. Done. I made no money on this bull run, bro. My God, bro. Shit. Trump coming into office, I'm embarrassed, bro. It's bullshit, bro. I hate Trump. I like Kamala.
All right, we're not going to get into that. We're not getting into that. All right, we're not getting into that today. We're not going to talk politics, even though we actually probably should be starting to talk some politics when it comes to crypto in these next few months. I think politics is going to play a big part in this, but it is what it is. Let's freaking go, man. No one wants to see your chest. Waterfly, I know you want to see my George nipple. You want to see my George nipple? Not yet. Dude, you guys have been wanting to see my George nipple forever, bro. I'm telling you. All right, anyways. Let's jump on into it, man. Should we jump on into it? Do we think we have enough people in here? I think we do. I think we do.
Hi. I hold a lot of crypto on a ledger. In your
Jordan
opinion,
promised the
is
nipple?
it better to sell directly on ledger
Can I
despite the
show my
higher
nipple on
fees
here?
or transfer to an exchange to sell due to lower fees, but risk them crashing?
Can I show my nipple on here? Like, I mean, people are shirtless on YouTube, right? They're going to the pool, but can I just like pop my nipple out? I don't want to get banned for like, guy pops his nipple out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I have big tits and they think it's going to be a girl's tits. I don't know, man. I don't know what I can do on this platform anymore. Anyways, let's wait, who came in here? Tsunami came in right away with the super chat too. Damn, you guys are coming in hot. Casper and Tsunami coming in hot. Hi, I hold a lot of crypto on a ledger. In your opinion, is it better to sell directly on ledger despite the higher fees, or transfer to an exchange to sell to lower fees? Well, I think when you're ready to sell, you're probably going to go to USD anyways, right? And most likely, I think you're going to have to go on to maybe an exchange to get it back into your bank anyways. So I don't know. It all depends. I think it depends. Like, do you trust Coinbase? Right? I trust Coinbase. You know, maybe I shouldn't. I trust Coinbase. So I use Coinbase a lot to you know, go in and out. So, I mean, it's totally up to you. Totally what you want to do, man. I use Coinbase. You do whatever you feel comfortable doing. As far as like an off and on ramp, That's what I use. So you do whatever that you want to do when it comes to that. But here in the US, we don't have a lot of options for on and off ramps. If you're out of the US, you got tons of exchanges that can do that. In the US, you don't got a ton of options, bro. You know, so you do whatever the F you want to do. All right, you do what the F you want to do. All right. Anyways, besides my big tits, and I think YouTube would ban me because they would think that I'm a girl flashing tits. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the holidays, bro. I've been slacking on the gym. We got to get back to it, man. But anyways, let's jump on into it. So, let's do this. Matt said 450 people in live, whereas everyone BTC at 97K. A lot of people got boarded out over the holidays. I think they're going to come back very, very quick. My guess is by the end of January, we're going to have 1,500 people in here. That's my guess. I think it's gonna pick up steam very, very fast, and I think you're gonna see people flying in here. If you're in here, I think you're gonna be ahead of the herd per se. And you know when we start seeing 1,000+ peeps in here, you know the market's getting hot. Okay, and you can clearly see it's not right now, which is perfecto. Okay, we'll talk about that today too. Anyway, so let's talk about some Bitcoins. Obviously, Bitcoin moving up. Not surprised, right? We've been talking about how this price action right here is very similar to this price action right here, which was the price action that we saw right down here. And this was during the Bitcoin ETF, okay, where we had this price action right here in 2024. This was actually January 2024. It was actually almost the exact same time frame where we bottomed over here sort of in mid-January. And then, by the end of January, we were starting to move up into February, right? So we're kind of doing the same thing as last year. And this, so far, at least, if I can get this back to where I want it to go, because it'd be nice. We obviously came down, we took out all the stops below all these lows, basically went and took out all the stops back until like November 17th, right? Just like we did over here, we came down, took the stops, and then we reversed from there. So we talked about, okay, we got PPI today, right? PPI was today, and CPI is tomorrow. If we can get through those two things, and those things end up being nothing burgers, is for bears, right? Because the bears need some burgers right now, bro. Right? The bears need some burgers right now, or they're gonna get kicked in the nuts. If those two things do nothing for bears, and we're going into the Trump ignog with positive sentiment about the economy, I think this is gonna play out. I think we're gonna see something along the lines of this, and it's going to catch a lot of people off guard because, contrary to what you think, I've never seen a Bitcoin top, and I said this when we were down here too, I've never seen a Bitcoin top where so many people were calling for the top. And I go on Twitter, bro, and when Bitcoin was breaking this support, bro, even when it was over here, people were saying the Bitcoin top is in, and maybe they're going to be right. I don't think so, but I've never seen a Bitcoin top where so many people were calling for a top. Okay, 2017, everyone euphoric, no one calling for a top. 2021, a few people calling for the top, but everyone's mostly euphoric. I've never seen a fact where so many people turn bearish right here, and it's the Bitcoin top. And that's why I don't believe it's not. And of course, we're going into a bullish catalyst, the Trump inauguration in 5 days. All right, where I don't know what it is, but every single time we go into one of these, everyone gets bearish going into a positive news catalyst, right? Right here was the Trump election. Right here, literally, the Pico low was Trump getting elected, and we full ascent. Down here, right, you had the ETF launch initially, okay, but once the inflows started to come in, Bitcoin full send into the 3x, right? So once again, sentiment gets a little bearish in here a week before the Trump inauguration. I just think it's kind of funny how it's played out that way 3 times already, and all 3 times the positive news catalyst has actually pushed up the price. So if we just look at where we're at now, what could we expect? All right, what could we expect for our dear Bitcoin? Because we know we need Bitcoin to rise in order for our altcoins to rise, right? We need this. It's obvious, right? What should we expect next? Well, if you just look at our fractal, all right, and I know you guys love these. None of your fractals have ever worked, bro. They've all failed. Why will this one play out? Well, you're not wrong, Mike.
Shut up, Mike. Don't make fun of my brother.
Well, you're not wrong, Mike. And thank you, Horse Guy, for standing up for me. But a lot of the fractals we looked at, they play out for a decent amount of time, and then obviously they deviate, because every fractal is going to deviate at some point. But I think just the point of this is the price action, the sentiment, and kind of the positive news catalyst, which we had here, and the positive news catalyst, which we have coming up shortly here. So if this is going to continue to play out, what I would probably expect is, and this might not play out this way, and honestly, I don't really care if it plays out this way or not, but what I probably would expect is a little chop suey in here. Okay. I don't know what CPI is going to do tomorrow. I'm not going to guess if CPI is going to be bullish or bearish. Something tells me it's not going to be the bearish just because of where we are in the chart, but it is what it is. If you kind of just look at this and we kind of, look at where we are, we had this big impulse up, but then we sort of made this consolidation here for like a week. It wouldn't surprise me if tomorrow, we start to make some consolidation in here. Maybe until Trump inauguration next week. So just don't be surprised. Like, obviously, I hope we just break out in here and we go to the moon and, we could all say sayonara suckers and we don't have to say anything else. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're just going to be, sitting here and doing our thing if Bitcoin just kind of consolidates for about a week in here. All right. Which would kind of suck because I know we all want the breakout and we're all impatient, but wouldn't surprise me if we do something like that, right? Bop, 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 right? Trump comes in, says something cool or stupid, I guess, and price continues to follow the fractal, right? So that's kind of what I'm expecting. Maybe some more chop depending on what CPI is tomorrow because, the market's so scared of inflation going back up. What if it comes in soft? What if it comes in soft? Like my penis last night. I don't know, but you could probably be the guest. CPI forecast to be bad. Well, that's a lot of people said about PPI yesterday or today, and it was good. But honestly, we'll see. Who knows? I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, to be quite honest. I have no clue. But I'm just going to follow the chart. And chart says, even if it's bad, I don't think it's going to be that end of the world. But we'll see. Ultimately, we'll see. Wouldn't it be good to retest going into the inauguration, then pump? Yeah. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Let's just chop around in here, bro. Let's just chop around in here for a week. Just chop in here. Let's do something like this for a week. Right? And then we can go for it. Like we did over here. We deviated. We came up. We chopped around. And then we had the second big pump. All right? Let's chop around for a week. All right? Even though I would be okay if we didn't chop around for a week, to be quite honest. I would be perfectly fine with it. If we just want a full send and leave everyone in the dust, that's fine. But I would be surprised if we chopped around in here for a little bit. All right? Which may or may not be good for altcoins, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Whoever knows. But honestly, guys, it's not even about this, right? This is just something we can look at in the charts and say, okay, we're doing something similar to last time. I don't even care if the fractal plays out or not. I'm going to be honest, guys. I think sometimes we just complicate this market, man. It's not that complicated. It's not. When in reality, again, we just kind of look at where we're at. Again, we're just following the cycles, bro. Has Bitcoin done anything different this cycle? No, it has not done everything different this cycle. All right. Where is Bitcoin compared to the previous two cycles? Right here. Remember when we talked about it down here? All right. Remember when we were talking about this down here? And we said, is Bitcoin anywhere different than the previous two cycles? And sentiment uber bearish down here, right? We're forming a distribution. We're going to 30K. Bitcoin ended up just pumping and following the damn cycles again. So here we are, here, having a correction, kind of normally when we do, I guess. And this would say, right, that 2025 is going to be a good year. And I think sometimes we just make this way too complicated sometimes. We really, really do. So whether we go a little bit lower or not, I don't think we will, but we could. Whether we do or not, to be quite honest, I don't think it really matters. to me, it's just following the cycles and realizing that the post-election year has been bullish every single cycle, bro. So do you believe in the 4-year cycles or not? That's what it comes back down to.
Y'all.
Jason said, we pumping, y'all? Bro, we pumping. Are we pumping right now? Are we pumping right now? Are we pumping on the short term? Do you know how long it's been since we zoomed in? It's been like, I feel like it's been like 2 months since we zoomed in. All right, let's zoom in. All right, Bitcoin's going for the highs again. All right, Bitcoin's going for the local highs. All right, so we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, see if it can go up into local highs, which would be awesome. Just pump it. Just pump it, bro. Just pump it, bro. We're pumping a little bit, but I think we all want more, bro. We all want more. We're all a bunch of greedy assholes right now. We all want more, okay? We're all a bunch of greedy assholes. But anyways, Jordan, do the pump song. If we can break the local highs, we'll do the pump song. Let's break the local highs. Let's break the local highs. And then if Bitcoin does break the local highs here, come and yell at me, boys. And I can play the pump song. All right? Come and yell at me, boys. Shout out to Casper, though. Casper, you're going off today.
Re-entering Vanry at this
I
point.
appreciate you, man. Seriously, guys. Casper, he's one of like the best short-term traders I've ever seen. I'm not about that life. But he is one of the best short-term traders I've ever seen in my life. That dude is going off over there. So make sure you're checking out Jason Casper. Great channel if you want to learn short-term, sort of short-term, even swing
Currently
trading.
longing juke
Good
with
shit.
a 0.8 entry. Want to leave it. I'm only worried if BTC corrects heavily and alts get crushed before inauguration.
Oh
Thoughts?
shit. Hold on. We gotta go crazy. Anyways, we'll look at some of those super chats. Shout out to Casper again. I like the pump song. All right, we gotta break this. We break this high. We're playing the pump song, bro. So you know what it is. You know what we need here. You know what we need here, bro. All right. You know what we need. What do we need, boys? All right. Should we do this before we talk about some other stuff? I think we should. I just rambled about cycles again. I rambled about the cycles again. Once again, just to finish this up though, if you believe in the cycles, you would think that we're gonna do our typical pump from January to May of the post-election year. We've gotten a pump every single cycle, and we would do the sell in May and go away shit again that we've done. Right? Sell in May and go away has worked every cycle, honestly. So we'll see what happens. But that's kind of what I'm making on. You know what we need, boys. You know what we need, boys. All right? It's freaking pickle time, bro. Smack the likes for the pickle. All right? I think we need the pickle song. All right?
Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up, you've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up, don't you know, no, don't you know, pump it up,
Come on! Spam the pickles in the chat.
don't you know, pump it up. Pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you
Not
know,
working.
pump it up.
It's not working.
Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't
It's
you
going down.
know, you've got to pump it up. Got the feeling.
We're going down. Not enough pickles in the chat.
You know you can. I've got my groove on, and I'm ready to go.
All right.
Check out my fine girl, but don't touch my radio. No,
All right.
don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it
Didn't work.
up. Don't you know, pump it up.
All right, we'll come back. If Bitcoin tries to come back up, we'll come back. But we got the pickle juice on there. So hopefully this is just a little short-term correction before we try to go for it again in like 10 minutes. All right, we'll see. We'll see what we get. But the pickles have come out. I see the pickles. Look at the pickles. Look at the pickles, man. I can't wait till we get like consistent pickles, bro. Consistent pickles. But in all seriousness, we already talked about, maybe we consolidate for a few days. So we're going to have fun, but just remember, if we don't pump right away, it's not a big deal. Over here, we didn't pump right away. We consolidated for a bit. All right. So anyways, let's talk about should we jump into alts? Where we've been live for about 20 minutes. We've been 20 minutes altcoin Bitcoin talk. I think we got the premises on Bitcoin, follow the cycles, repeating 2024, yada yada yada. You guys got the points, right? We're just consolidating at the 1618 Fibonacci. My guess is the next stop is the 2618 Fibonacci, which is 156K. I know it sounds crazy. Yes, I know it does. There's multiple reasons why I think that would make sense, right? The 2618 Fibonacci, 156K. My guess is by the time we get up there, the pi cycle top, the green pi cycle top will be exactly at that level, which we've gotten projected on this so many times in the past. And then also the monthly RSI, which my guess is, and I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Every single cycle top for Bitcoin has been marked, right, by this trend line on the monthly RSI. Every single one, right? We got this one over here. We hit it twice. We hit it twice again over here in 2013. We hit it twice in 2017. We only hit it once in 2021 because we know that last cycle might have been manipulated down faster for many, many, many different reasons, whatever. And then we're here, right? So every cycle, the monthly RSI has hit this trend line. I'm just kind of eyeballing this, and I it could be wrong, I guess, but I'm kind of looking at this and I'm saying, okay, if this is where we're at, we're going to have the pi cycle top, green moving average being probably about that 2618 Fibonacci in probably like 6 months, right? And we also have the 2618 Fibonacci here. I would guess that if this was to go for it here, I would guess it would be somewhere around here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, bro. All right? I don't know. But I think when I kind of look at that, it kind of makes some sense. For at least, like, maybe not a cycle top, we'll see, but at least a local top. Like, maybe that's going to be like the May top, right? The May high will be 156K. Once again, I could be wrong. It's really not that much higher than where we were. We went to like, 110K. It's really not that much higher. I know it looks like it, but you're really only talking like 40% move. It's really not that big. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But ultimately, that leads us to alts. And, I guess my thinking still is January to May, even though January so far has kind of been, really hasn't been bad. We're at the same point when we started January, so we kind of just been going sideways. I mean, we're at the opening price of January. So we haven't really gone anywhere in January for alts. Some are higher, some are lower, whatever. But, generally speaking, we haven't done much in January yet. I know we wicked down, but closing prices have been equal. And this is just my thinking, is once again, January to May, or at least April, will be good for alts. And that's just going based off of the 2021 cycle, which January to May was the most bullish time for altcoins in the 2021 cycle. That's when a lot of you guys came into the market, was during this period right here. That's when everything was popping off, right? That's when you really started to go on these alts. And then obviously back over here in 2017, January to May was when alts did the best as well. So in the two previous cycles, the best time for altcoins was Q1 and Q2 of the post-election year, which we're in now, right? So will it repeat? A lot of people will say no for whatever different reasons, and that's okay. I think a lot of people ask, why will that happen? I don't think it matters why. There's always a reason why. Here, it was Bitcoin going nuts and altcoins catching up, right? Your classic, first mania phase cycle. It is what it is. The introduction of altcoins, right? That was the reason over here. Over here, it was money printing. It was the COVID money printing. Bunch of money getting pumped into the markets, so altcoins pump. So a lot of people look at us now and say, what would cause a big altcoin pump right now? And I think it's self-explanatory. And you guys can probably think of what would cause that, right? And I think sometimes, we try to overthink it. But I think it's self-explanatory of what could cause that, right? It's not guaranteed, but what could cause it? Well, we know what's happening in about a week. First pro crypto administration coming in and Gary Gensler out, okay? Which we haven't seen in any previous cycle before. So let's see. There's always a reason of why it happens. We can usually say what it is after the fact. My guess is this year will be the first time an altcoin gets used in real life. It could be Chainlink. It could be XRP. It could be Cardano. It could be ETH. Who knows? But my guess is that one altcoin will be used in real life, and that's going to spark the big altcoin run like we've had in previous cycles, right? Which we're in seasonality too. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's altcoins. I guess we can start looking at individual ones in a second, which is fine. Let me get rid of this line, bro. This line, I think that line was acting in resistance, and we don't want to pump because that line is there. You know what I mean? I just think that that's the case. But anyways, let's put our hands together. Let's have a good altcoin stream. Let's talk some mother effing altcoins, bro. Let's freaking get it, man. I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm ready to go degen mode. I'm ready to lock in. I'm ready to not leave my desk. I really am. I am ready to not leave my desk, bro. And I'm ready to lock in, right? Literally lock my ankles to this floor and not leave. That's what I'm ready for, all right? I've been doing some other stuff, doing this, doing that, but, I'm ready to lock in. I don't know about you guys, man. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me see what some of you guys said in the chat, by the way. Felipe said thoughts on re-entering Vanry at this point. Vanry? Has it moved up with the rest? The rest of the market, I guess, hasn't really moved up. Dude, I want to talk about this today too. Dude, I saw multiple big accounts on Twitter today talking how they're done with ETH and they're capitulating their ETH. They could be correct, but I think it could be like we talked about yesterday, the bottom signal for ETH Bitcoin. I don't know, man. The chart is screaming, don't be bearish right here, bro. But the gut is telling you, screw ETH. And I think it's a psyop, but we'll talk about that today too. Anyways, let's look at Vanry. For my boy Felipe. Does he want to enter Vanry? Dude. Do you want to enter Vanry? You could. I would love it so much better if it came back in here. If you can get it back in this green zone, which maybe you're going to miss out. You could miss out on it, right? But if you can get it in this green zone, you could just tell that that's where demand is. That's where buyers are stepping in and saying, no, it's not going lower than that point, right? 2024 consolidation before pump. You wicked into it here. You wicked into it here. If you can get it in this zone, below 7.5 cents, that's really the zone you probably want to be stepping in. You may not get it anymore, right? You're talking about another 26% lower. You may or may not get it. But if I was just looking at this chart, I would sit back and I would say, okay, I might miss the boat. I might miss the boat if it doesn't come back into here, and I might bite the bullet and say, okay, whatever, I missed it. But as someone at this point in the cycle, I only want to buy deep discounts, steep discounts. So if I can get it back in here, I think that's really where you want to be stepping in. Right? Like I said, if you really want it and you believe it's going to go higher, you could buy it here. I'd want to buy it down here, though. And then, we route it back up in 2025. But yeah, Vanry was one of my better plays last year. So I have a soft heart for Vanry. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens. Yo! What up, bro? What up, homies? ETH will skyrocket right after you sell. Dude, I've seen so many people capitulating ETH the last few days. Like, finally throw the towel and say, F this coin. And it's really coming out right now. It's really coming out right now. And I think it's because you're getting all these other ones pumping. But two said, currently long in Jupe with a 0.8 entry. I'm only worried if Bitcoin corrects heavily and alts get crushed before inauguration. Thoughts? So you're in Jupe with a 0.8 entry. Jupe! Jupiter. What up? Let's look at Jupiter for my boy, who said that? Batu? Shout out to Batu, man. You're in it for the 0.8. You're 80 cents entry. Dude, I mean, that's the zone. That's the zone, man. Same thing. It's kind of like Vanry, but it's already in the zone. That's the zone right here. I think I want to be a buyer in this zone. So you're in from 0.8. So you're pretty much right at your entry right now. You're like at your entry right now, dude. You got bullish divergence on the daily. When's the last time you had that? Down here, actually. You had lower lows and higher lows. Now you're back into support. Lower lows, higher lows. The only problem is your entry's 80 cents. So if it does want to hit back into here again, you're probably going to get stopped, bro. You're probably going to get stopped out. And it easily could get back into this zone. I think this could go all the way down to 64 cents still. It could. But you do have some bullish divergence on the daily, right? Lower lows, higher lows. You had it here, lower lows, higher lows. So we'll see. But it could smack down again, man. And if it does, you're probably going to get stopped out again. But the same thing with this one. I'd want to be a buyer of this in here. Boom. It's actually a pretty nice chart, actually. Look at that. Look at that accumulation, man. Look at the accumulation in here. Look at that accumulation. It's beautiful. It's been like almost a year of accumulation in here. It's beautiful. It's perfectly set up for the next rally. Perfectly set up. It's beautiful. This actually could be a wake-off. This could be a wake-off. If it hits down here again, it could be a wake-off. It really could. Fuck your normal coins. Anderson, you're going to make so much money if you're correct, bro. I'm going to disagree with you, but you're going to make a shitload of money if you're correct, I think. I'm rooting for you, buddy. I want every coin to go up, man. I know I made like a why meme coins are dead video. In reality, I want everything to go up, though. I want everyone to kill it, dude. I want there to be the biggest crypto, just pure crypto season of all time. Just pump everything, dude. Pump every single thing at this point. You know what I mean? Everyone deserves. If you've been around for the last 3 years and you've weathered the storm, you deserve the best. I think everyone deserves the best if you stuck around for the last 3 years.
Maneki chart thoughts, please.
Whack off. Yo, Harris Jawad. Maneki chart thoughts, please. Thanks. Maneki? What is that? Some weird animal? It's probably an animal. It is.
It is some animal. I could see the mascot.
I could literally see the mascot. What the flying F? Dude. This is all we got? What in the flying F is Maneki? Alright, that's what we got. Dude, it's actually kind of nice. I can't hate on it, dude. Listen, if you wanted to scoop this up, this is where you would do it. I don't know anything about this coin. I don't know what it is. It's probably a meme. It's probably a meme. But if you wanted to buy this coin, this is where it would be. Like, you're not going to get a better... I mean, maybe it goes lower, but that's the August low, which I think that was the inception point of the coin. You're literally at the lows. You took out all the stops, literally all the stops. You hit all the way back onto the lows. If you're going to buy this thing, I mean, this is where you would. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about this coin, though. I don't know if it's a meme. I don't know what it is. But, It was at 1 cent. It kind of pulled back as much as everything else. 80% dump. I think it's a meme. That's why.
I think it's a little animal guy.
Most memes bumped 80%. So this looks like all the meme charts. I'm not a big fan of memes right now. I think there's going to be a time where I am a fan of memes. I don't want to be in memes right now. That's just me. I think the market's showing its hand. What's holding up the best, guys? The market's showing its hand right now. What has been holding up the best and actually continuing to rise? Right? It's the utility coins. Those have been ones, and I know XRP is kind of a one-off of kind of like rising during this period, but utility coins in general.
Jordan, TA on Sui, please, homie.
We'll talk about XRP in a little bit, but utility coins in general have the best looking charts, right? As far as retests of highs, right? Reclaims. By the way, Chainlink. This Chainlink chart is looking fuego right now. You reclaimed all these lows today. That's looking really, really nice. But anyways, that's besides the point. I think that just utility coins have held out the best, man. We could argue no or yes or whatnot, but I think the market's showing their hand. But anyways, we should probably check out XRP. I put in the title of the video, XRP going to lead the utility coins again. Just like it did last time.
Make me sell me 9 million Holochain.
Hondo not? Yeah, no,
HOT.
Hondo. But yeah, XRP broke out of this symmetrical triangle. You actually held, right? So you actually came down, you back tested, and you held. A lot of times these triangles, you break back in and it's over, and then you're gonna dump. This one actually back tested and held, and you're actually getting pretty close at this point. I mean, how far are we away for XRP at this point? 8% away from a new local high for XRP. So I remember down here, XRP was starting to move up, and then you started to really have a lot of things. Like, that's kind of when you started to see all the utility coins start to run. I think it was right around here is when XRP started to break out. That's when you started to see, CRV, Crow, Cardano, HBAR, all those things ripped as soon as XRP led the way. So XRP's leading the way right now, and my guess is there's a reason probably why it is, but it leads the way, and it's a barometer of all the other ones, right? So it's not necessarily just about XRP. It's XRP leading the way for all the other coins that mooned during this period, right? CRV literally did a 7x from the lows. Chainlink did like a 5x, right? Here, Chainlink did a 5x, right? Crow did 7. Crow did like a 4x. HBAR did like a 10x. Like, it's not even just about XRP. It's about all these other coins basically following it. So it's kind of what I think is going to happen is XRP is going to break out again, right? And it's just going to be the utility coins going up again. That's my guess. So it's kind of what I'm banking on, and a lot of these charts, right, I think are starting to show that. Like, look at this Chainlink chart, by the way. Pure beauty, by the way. Absolute pure beautiness from the Chainlink chart. You broke down. You faked everyone out on the breakdown. Whoop! 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 You faked... Whoop! Whoop! All right, I'm done. I forget when I do that. I make everyone's dogs like flip out and be like... But yeah, Chainlink falls, breaks down below all these lows, and we've now came back up and reclaimed back inside, okay, which is your classic little fake to the downside. And you're going to see this across a lot of different alts. But I think Chainlink also, you could argue it's some type of falling wedge too, but whatever. I think we're going to start to see this one start to run to back up to the next level, which is 36 cents. You'll find this across a bunch of different alts. If you look at like something like CRV, all right, CRV hasn't really done it yet, but once again, I'm going to show you the coins that I'm bullish on, really. But big pump, you retested this breakout, double bottom. Once again, I think these are all set up for round 2. All right, you had round 1 right here. It was your wave 1. This is your wave 2 pullback. And once again, I think back up to $3, which is this next big level of resistance, CRV, makes some sense too. Which is basically get reclaimed back in this little cluster here. Hasn't quite done it yet on CRV. I think it will over the next week or so. Not go to $3 in the next week, but reclaim back in this range the next week. But it all starts in XRP, man. I think XRP is going to lead the way, dude. And this is where it gets exciting, because this is where it gets exciting for me, because if this Bitcoin thing plays out, you guys remember all those Bitcoin pair charts that we've been looking at? This is where it gets exciting for me, because if those Bitcoin pair charts play out again, Bitcoin does this.
Will
Bro.
$ERN go up during the next utility run? Smiley face.
Bro, I don't even want to know what's going to happen to some of these altcoin prices. And a lot of these altcoin price targets that I have that people are laughing at right now, like, my Chainlink $174 target, my Crow, these are just based off the Bitcoin pair charts that we'll look at in a second, but my Crow $1.78 target that people laugh at, and it's okay. We'll see if it plays out or not. It may not play out. I'm not going to wait for those prices to sell everything. Remember, my CRV, all-time high plus target, which is basically above $7. That's where that would come into play. And once again, this is not to say wait for these crazy ass targets to sell. It's the point of where I think the market could go and ladder out on the way up. But if Bitcoin does this, and I just look at some of these Bitcoin pair charts, and a lot of you guys were here in 2021, a lot of you guys were here in 2017, this shit is possible, bro. All right? You've been in the market before. All right? Let's not act like it's not. But Crow Bitcoin is literally, dude, just sitting on that support, sitting on the support a week before Trump's coming into office, on the back test of the Wyckoff spring. It's like, dude, it's like, if this plays out and Bitcoin goes higher, bro, it's going to be crazy. Chainlink Bitcoin. Look at the Wyckoff, man. Deviation to low, back in the range, retest. It's sitting right on the support. So it's not a coincidence that they're both at these levels at the same time. Link Bitcoin right at the Wyckoff support. Right? Waiting for the next impulse up. Crow Bitcoin right at support. Right at the Wyckoff support. Waiting for the next impulse up. I don't think it's a coincidence that they're both at those levels at the same time. I think it's kind of funny, to be quite honest. It is what it is. But, we could go to a bunch of different altcoin pair charts, but, I've talked about those to death, literally to death. To the death of the death about some of these. And I think it's just, once again, it's patience. It's patience. We've only really chopped, right? I guess maybe some stuff is down maybe 10% in January from the lows, whatever. I think it's a matter of just patience and getting through some of this macro stock market turmoil and the uncertainty before Trump comes into office. And I could say whatever, but I got some crazy targets, man. And I'm ready for them. Not going to be waiting for all those targets to sell. But I think that some of these are not that unrealistic compared to what we've seen in previous cycles. And a lot of people think that now because altcoins have not kept up with Bitcoin, which is actually normal up to this point of the cycle. So I don't know why it's like this thing where now it's like impossible now all of a sudden. But you just look back at the post-halving years, man, and that's when you've seen the best altcoin gains. in both the previous cycles, 2017 and 2021. But now we've gotten to this point where everyone's so beaten down that no one believes it anymore. Right before we get a pro-crypto president and pro-crypto, probably SEC chair in office for the first time in crypto's history. But we've been so beaten down where no one believes it anymore. And I think it's just the perfect recipe for a bullish catalyst, where if retail is beaten down and doesn't believe anymore, for it to finally happen when it's always happened in the past. So that's my rant. Let's get it, and we'll kind of do our thing. All right, Doge to 69 cents. Doge to 69 cents. Call $4.20, bro. No, it's not. I don't think it's gonna. That would be pretty high for Doge. Doge to $4.20, or it's a failed cycle. It's a failed cycle if Doge doesn't go above there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what it is. All right, I'm gonna jump onto the chat. Make me sell. Oh shit. Here we go. PFP, member for 4 months. Shout out to PFP. Or no, it's FPF. It's like some sunscreen. Your name's like some sunscreen, bro. Yo, George, you look up Type AI. I can't really tell you anything about it. I'm sure it's, one of the AI coins. It's probably one of those AI things. I only can see it on Uniswap. Is this one of those AI things that went nuts? Okay, no, this was a pump early last year. This was one of the meme coin pumps. Type AI. So this pumped when we had the big AI thing last year, when like FET and Render were going freaking nuts. So, I mean, the question is, do we have a second AI pump? I don't know if we do. AI has been really, really quiet. Oh, and I'm not talking about the meme coin AI. I'm talking about like the actual AI coins, like FET, Render, Tau. Pal's done well, but I mean, besides the point, man. But yeah, I mean, chart doesn't look bad. You've actually been in an uptrend since November, when the rest of the market's been kind of ass. So the strength is there, and I like buying the strength, man. I'm not saying like buy right now, but it's pretty clear that this zone is where it's at. So I mean, if you can get another dip in this zone, you probably want to take a chance at it, because it's been strong when the rest of the market's been kind of weak. It's not too bad. Long ass consolidation here, which is nice. The rounded consolidation. This one looks like one that was going to fly if the market can really moon. But if I wasn't already in it, I think this is where I'd want to scoop some up, is down in this zone. If you can get it. If you can't get it, it is what it is. But, once again, it is what it is. Can you talk about all AI agent coins? I don't know much about the AI agent coins, to be honest. I really, really don't. I know almost nothing about them. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. I haven't really been in tune to AI agent coins, memes. I haven't really been in tune with these recently. Just look at Swee, man. Look at Swee, dude. Look at Swee, dude. This thing just is relentless. Relentless. Absolutely relentless. I think you got a little channel. This thing is relentless, man. Look at that. Nice. It's a little upwards channel you've been in since November. Right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Coming back down to the bottom of it now. I don't know, dude. I think for something like this, I mean, you just play the trend until it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Do you play the trend until it doesn't work? You're buying really high on Swee. Just being real. Like, if you want to play Swee here, you're buying it really high. I think if you're in from it from down here, you probably already should have taken some profits on it, because I think one of the common things too is we look at coins that have been pumping for so long and we say, okay, it's such a strong coin, it's going to keep pumping, right? But just remember, a lot of these coins that pump up a lot, all the people down here are going to take profits, right? All these people are up, 10, 8 to 10x, right? So all those people are going to start taking profits, right? So I think when you look at this and you say, okay, and just to kind of remind you, I'm not saying Swee's going to do this, but I remember when Koss was the leader of the market and it started to do this 3 hits to the highs, and really it's been almost a year and a half of it doing absolutely nothing. Well, a lot of coins have done really, really well since then. So I'm not saying Swee's going to do that. Swee has been freaking killing it, right? But just be wary of, like, if you're in it from down here, you probably should have taken some out, because there's always a chance that this one kind of breaks down eventually and then kind of waddles around while the rest of the market goes nuts. You know what I mean? There's always a chance of that, especially if a coin's up 10x in, 4 months? You know what I mean? So just be wary of that. Not saying it's going to happen or not. This thing could just keep riding up, but I don't know. I think it's kind of, I don't want to say it's giving me Koss vibes, but it's giving me a little bit of Koss vibes on the chart here. As far as it's mooned, people have made a bunch of money on it, so they're probably going to start TPing, But obviously, like, if the market booms, bro, this thing's going to keep going up. Like, if Bitcoin just keeps booming, this thing is going to keep going up. It is what it is. I mean, that's just how crypto works. So it really is what it is, though. All right, dude. My hands are freezing, dude. Oh, man. But yeah, speaking of Koss did have like a 20% day today, out of nowhere. Make me sell me 9 million hot. Hollow hot. Why do I keep hearing people talking about Holochain? I keep hearing this. No, not Heli. Not Heli. Hollow. I keep hearing people talking about Hollow for some reason. Are we talking about it because I really don't know why you'd be talking about it. I don't know, man. It's just another one of those. It's not bad, right? I mean, it's not bad. It's just another one of those coins where it's not horrible. It's another one of those coins where I'd want to buy it in here. I just don't know if you're going to get that again. That's the thing. Like, are you going to get down here again? You could. It's like another 40%. But I think if I wanted to buy this, I would want to buy it down here. I guess you could buy the dip if you really believe in it. Like, there's coins that I bought in higher, right? I mean, I've bought in the dip on CRV. I bought in the dip on XRP. I bought in the dip on Chainlink. I bought in the dip on Pro, right? And I bought them kind of high because I think they're going to do really, really well. So, I mean, it really comes down to, do you think these coins are going to, like, do you think Hollow is going to do really, really well? If you do, I don't see a problem with you DCAing up here, right? You're down 55% from the highs. I don't have a problem with it. That's only if you believe that Hollow hot, whatever it does, is going to be the narrative that's going to pump. I don't see a problem with it. I really, really don't. And actually, it's actually at a pretty good support level right now, locally. So, not too bad. Probably has like bullish divergence too. Yeah, not really. Not really. 4-hour bullish divergence. Reclaim back in the range. Actually, this chart actually looks pretty good in the low time frames. Actually looks pretty good in the low time frames. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Wait, is Bitcoin, how far did Bitcoin get up earlier? I forget. Let me go back to BTC. Oh shit, we got Bitcoin coming back up to the highs, boys. Bitcoin coming back up to the highs. That's what we like to see. That's what we love to see. Yeah. That's hot. That's not hollow. That's hot, which is not hot. Hollow hot. What narrative pumps the hardest next? Dino coins to keep pumping? I think it's just going to keep being dino coins. And it's not, I guess, it's not really dino coins. It's coins with actual use case that are pumping. Right? It's not really dino coins. Because there's been some new coins that have pumped with the dino coins because they have some type of narrative that people are going to believe in. But yeah, I think it's just going to be the dino coins going for wave 2. If you just want to call them dino coins, I don't think they're really dino coins though. I mean, I guess they are in a way. Like XRP, Litecoin, some of the early those are dino coins, but like I don't want to call it a dino coin because it's dead. I think it just means it's old. Like Litecoin, XRP, what else? Probably even call it ETH a dino coin. ETH is kind of a dino coin too. Bitcoin Cash, that's a real dino coin. Bitcoin Cash, that's a real dino coin right there. He said, nah, it's the dino coins. I don't know, man. Dude, my feet are freezing right now. Oh, I think I forgot to turn on the heat when I go home today. I think that's what it is. I'm like dying over here. I'm like, why does my foot have frostbite right now? Like, what the hell, man? Tom K, what's up, bro? Will Earn go up during the next utility run? Earn? Yeah, do you believe in NFTs? I know Earn is an NFT play. I know that for a fact now. Do you believe in NFTs? I don't know, man. I still don't see NFTs making a huge comeback. I could be wrong, man, and this could just be one giant accumulation range before these things actually start to rip. Maybe it comes down a little bit lower again into this green zone, but this could just be like the triple tap, the triple bottom before NFTs go nuts again. Because last cycle, NFTs went nuts at the end of the cycle. So maybe this is just literally a 3-year accumulation range. And maybe, either, maybe it comes down to here again and it wants to come back up. But maybe this is just one giant triple tap low before this thing absolutely sends. But I would bet it would probably be towards the end of the cycle because people get into NFTs towards the end of the cycle. That's my guess. Like the monkey, the Bored Apes. The Bored Apes and shit, Some ETF buyers are lettuce hands too. Dude, we're all lettuce hands. We're all a bunch of lettuce hands, I don't think Wayne's ever been a lettuce hand. Wayne, have you ever lettuce handed something? I'm not talking eating lettuce with your hands. I'm talking some real lettuce hands. Real lettuce hands. Man. Are you guys... What do you guys think? I'd like to ask you guys this. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think something like this is going to play out? And how ready are you for something like this? We haven't talked about Bitcoin dominance, by the way. Bitcoin dominance kind of keeps coming up, which is interesting. We had the death cross. Bitcoin dominance had the death cross. The first death cross since August of 2022, 3 years ago. The first cross in general in 2 years. Last cross we had was January 2023, which started the golden bull run for Bitcoin dominance. Now we had the death cross. I guess it still could go higher. We're looking for the rally into the death cross, which we did, right? We rallied into the death cross. Now, are we going to see this? Like I said, is this going to roll over or not? I think it will. Eventually. When? That's a kind of like asking when.
ERN is a layer 2 on ETH now. And
Kind of resistant, but
RWA.
there actually.
Look him up.
When will it? I don't know. To be quite honest, I have no idea. But, you know, we shall see again. I have a feeling that the next week or so is going to be really important to see what happens with Bitcoin dominance. And I actually made the case, and a lot of you guys might be interested in this. I've made the case that I could even see Bitcoin dominance continue up, and we still have a mini altcoin season. And the reason why I say this is, what if other altcoins pump and ETH does nothing? ETH does nothing because we know ETH is such a big part of the altcoin market. What if Bitcoin just continues to dominate ETH, but other altcoins do well? It's kind of like what we saw last month. ETH did okay, but other altcoins did well, and Bitcoin dominance went down, but not like a crazy amount, right? Because in reality, I've said this. What is Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin dominance is literally just ETH Bitcoin. I mean, maybe it's not as much now because you've had a lot of altcoins pump. Like XRP has a big market cap now. XRP's market cap is huge now. XRP has a 130 million market cap, right? But ETH is such a big part of the altcoin market where it's really ETH Bitcoin. A little bit less than so now, but dude, there's $137 billion in Tether right now. Holy shit. That's a lot of dry powder, bro. There's $137 billion in Tether right now. That's crazy, dude. All those leverage traders with those we got that Tether ready to fucking rock and roll, man. Excuse my language, but that is a lot of stable coin. Even USDC is 45 billion too. We're talking about almost 200 billion in buying power ready to be deployed. Deploy that. Deploy it, man. Just kidding. You don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, I've been rambling. Is 7 to 10K ETH realistic top this cycle? I need to see, man. I need to see what happens. This is a critical point for ETH right now. A really critical point for ETH because look at where it is, right? Dude, I mean, is there any ETH bulls left? I don't even know, man. You know, I used to be a huge fan of ETH. It's done fine this cycle. It's up like 4x from the lows, which a lot of coins are up like 4x from the lows, right? It's not like it's done bad. It's done okay. It just hasn't done as good as Bitcoin, right? It's not like it was a bad investment if you bought ETH at $800. You're still up a really good amount. It just hasn't outperformed a lot of other stuff, right? So this is a critical point for ETH right here. I need to see what happens over this next week or two. But you're here again. Last time you got here, you did get a bounce. You're here again. And if you don't know what this is, well, this was the 2016 low. December 2016 low was right there. This was the 2019-2020 low of that cycle. We did come down here again in December 2020. That held the support again. And here we are again, the double tap. You know, November 2024 and January 2024. Again, right there. I need to see what happens right here, man. Because if this breaks down, that could be the scenario where Bitcoin dominance continues up, but altcoins still do well. It's just not ETH doing well. If this breaks down, it's going to be interesting, I think. That's going to be really, really, really interesting. But and I kind of put on Twitter today. What could cause ETH to pump? Right? We've had the ETH ETF, which did absolutely nothing. Like literally did nothing. What could cause ETH to pump? You know what could cause ETH to pump? if in the next couple weeks Trump comes into office, and one of the people I love to follow on Twitter, really good takes, is usually very accurate with stuff. You know what would get ETH to pump? You know what a narrative could be to get ETH to pump? ETH ETF staking. If the boomers could stake their ETH ETF, which gives them crypto exposure and they can gain yield on their holdings, ETH would explode, bro. ETH would absolutely explode. The boomers would love that shit. They love their little yield and they get crypto exposure. If that happened, which I would not rule out this year, that would make ETH pump like crazy. Because that would give the boomers a reason to... Because right now, the boomers have a reason to buy ETH. No, they can just buy Bitcoin, right? They want exposure to crypto. They just buy Bitcoin. But that could give them ETH exposure to crypto, and they could get their yield on their holdings. So if that happens, maybe this happens over the next few weeks, and that's what really gets it going. And I think that's a really good take. And it's kind of funny how we're right here and we're 5 days away from Trump coming in. I just think it's kind of funny, man. I love how these things kind of come all together, right? I mean, I probably should just move this over. Daily, Trump on the 20th. Is it just funny that we're here and Trump comes into office right there? I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. Critical moment, though. Critical moment. Very, very critical moment, I think. We'll see what happens, though. But I think boomers are still just looking at it like Bitcoin's the better play. At least at this moment, you know, we'll see if something changes. ETH will still be trash? I don't think so. I think if that happened, that would be crazy. I think that would be crazy for ETH. So I'm going to leave that here. And if it does happen, you heard it here first. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I think it's more unlikely to happen than happen, to be honest. But if it does happen, we're going to leave it here. And you heard it here first, bro. All right, cool. Lido had like a 20% day. Makes sense. Who's buying Lido? What whale is buying Lido right now? There was only 2 coins that had massive days today. Cos and Lido. Why did Lido pump 20% today? ETH staking? Just saying, man. I'm just saying, bro. May not be the case. But Lido did pump 20% today. And I am a Lido holder. And I like Lido. I think that's the best ETH, the best ETH play Lido. Oh, Lord. Dude, I gotta take a mess. All right, guys. I'm going to call it. I know I was a little late today, but I think we know where we're at, right? We're waiting to see, okay, does the Bitcoin fractal play out? If it does, maybe we have a few days of chop in here, okay? Probably depends on CPI. If CPI is bullish, we probably just rock it out of here. If CPI is like whatever, market's still confused, maybe we chop around for another week until the Trump inauguration. But let's continue to watch this and see if we can get that pump out of here for Bitcoin. And if we do, I can already see, look at XRP right now. Look at XRP right now, bro. XRP has this whole consolidation. We said XRP is the strongest coin right now. It held up the best on the pullback. And look at XRP. Literally going for the highs right now. All right. So XRP, I think, once again, is going to lead the way for utility coins. XRP is going to pump. And that's going to cause all the other ones to pump, just like it did before, right? All the other utility coins are going to start rolling as soon as XRP can break these highs, in my personal opinion. So let's get it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a great night. I might actually make a video tonight on this thought process, but look out for it. I might make a video tonight. If you do, I'll see you then. But everyone, adios. Fun times ahead. Let's get it. See you guys at the finish line. Peace.